Hi guys, this time I have for you my quarterfinal. The number of the quarterfinal, which escaped my memory right now, will be in the title, and you will know what was it. So here in the quarterfinals, amazing players, just really great players, and let's deep down. Here I have Pistolero in this quarterfinal with me, so that will be very interesting for you guys. Pistolero, of course, the author of the amazing guide for 3 players, and in this one I will try to, because when I was watching my videos to try to improve the videos for you, I noticed that a lot of them are kind of directed at high-level players. So this one I want to make sure that I give you the explanation. I just don't give you like the buzzwords, and I'll give you the explanation what is happening. This might be a little longer, but I think it was due time since I've done a video for people who are just starting to getting into strategy of 7 Wonders. So without further ado, I think I chose B. Right now I prefer A for 4 players just because of the meta game. But I think I chose B here, and everyone chooses B. Yes, everyone chooses B. So here, when you're starting with 7 Wonders, obviously the double resource in the first era, they cost 1, but they're so good that usually you take them. In 4 players, there is also considerably more brown cards. So, there is a lot of browns in the second era, so usually the browns are not that contested, but still the doubles are very good. But there is as much gray as in 3 players, so you can get stuck and blocked on grays usually. So something to take into consideration, like with the metagame and so on and so on. So here clay pit obviously, and thinking about the grand strategy, I expected this guy to be in green, like full green, and I was just trying to, live off of that. So what I should do here? So again, to maybe newer players, the blue cards might seem like strong ones, but actually reds are where the points lie, because they give you benefit over time also, so that's more points. So it's always better to go for red. That's why they cost something instead of being free like the blue cards. But of course, if you are like sure that you will lose anyway, maybe it's better for go for the blue card. The yellow here is interesting, but it's not good for me because I have this wonder stage. So here what I should do is go barracks, because then when this hand comes back to me, I can expect a guard tower. Instead, if I go guard tower, I can people can, it's easier for them to take this away. But actually, is it? Like, no one has gold right now, no one has ore, but they will build it. So doesn't matter much, but I think it's still barracks here. What can happen is that the last guy, for example, takes barracks, and I cannot take the second guard tower. That's what I meant. Okay, here I can double down on stockade. I can go marketplace, which solves almost all my problems, but I usually don't like to have 2 tradings. I don't remember what I went for. If I was playing this game again, right now that I'm looking at it, I'd probably go marketplace or tavern. I wouldn't go for stockade. Okay, so this was expected. Here I can finish myself off with glassworks, or I can lumber. And it's a very tough decision. I don't remember what I did. If I was playing this right now, I would go lumber probably. Okay, so looking pretty good. I would go Orvane and try to do double stone. No, I think that's a mistake. And here's another interesting one, because like I can pawn shop and then, you know, try to hide as many greens, or I can just, you know, hide it and try to, you know, play as best as I can. I would pawn shop if I was playing this, but I don't remember what I did. This was like 2 weeks ago. I think that's a mistake. And that's another part about this tournament that I was organizing. Like, I've seen my play really like elevated. Like I'm a much better player after, like not after, because there is still some rounds to go without spoiling anything, but like analyzing the tournament and playing it and seeing the statistics, it really like made my game made play so much better, and I understand 4-player much more now. Here this is very interesting. I'm low on gold. I still need to buy this, and there are 2 reds that I can buy for free. One that I have to pay 1 for, and one that I have to pay 2. How do I know this? I just remember this, but you can always look here. This is 2 for me right now, because I can pay for 2 stones for 1. This is 1, because... is this 1? Yes, this is 1. And these are free. I would probably, like, going into the second round, I should have vision for what I want to play in the round. Like, I will pick 6 cards, so let's think about it. 1 will be red, 1 will be a wonder stage, probably. 1 should be a gold card. Like, looking at my resources right now, I think 1 should be a gold card. There is a possibility of second red, but unlikely, given that Pistolero is a heavy red player. So maybe a blue card, and that leaves still me with 2 cards. And that's actually, like, you know, hard to say what I should do from those 2 cards. So that's like, when you think about it, that's a sign that you are not in a great position. That's why I probably from the last hand should have played a 3-pointer. And that's like a tip that you can do. Like, if you are thinking about the last card, if you should build a wonder or maybe play a card, like, think what would you like to build, like realistically, not like I want to build 5 greens, because you are not building 5 greens in the second round, because there are only 4 of them, and you will most likely not get all of them anyway. So here, what I should do, I think, is go for Vineyard. But I'm not sure what I did. I probably went something stupid, like Aqueduct. No, I actually played correct. That's rare. Okay, so here is the pick that kinda, you know, sets the tone of the game. I can either bury a library, because, you know, it's important to break the chains, or I can statue. I think I should statue from this hand. And maybe, like, Pistolero still has room, so he can bury some greens, so I think I should statue from this hand. But I probably bury the library, because I'm always, like, too eager to fight green. And that's why I should, like... last hand was clearly a mistake. Here I could just bury school or lab, and that would be golden. Pistolero didn't bury anything. He went instead for press, which he didn't have to, I think. Why he done that? Because he knows that everything is stacked on one hand, so green is not a problem. I didn't have this information going forward, like this. If this was like spread over 2 hands, like the lab and the school, then I would be like, we will all be in troubles, but actually Pistolero could bury, so that's actually very good play on his part. He leaves the room, so he has the choices. Of course, he sacrifices something for it, but, you know, it's a risk-reward type of play. So here, there is a consideration, should I play the green? And I think still the answer is no. So I should probably build a wonder, and I should build the lab 100%. Why? Because I don't want this guy to be in red. Like my plan is to win red cheaply, so I should bury the lab. I don't remember what I did, but that should be the play. I probably buried school, which is a mistake. Mistake, as I said. Okay, so they all build a lot of stuff. There is one red coming to me. I would also like to bury the red, to be honest. And like, yeah, that's okay. I should just build the red right now. Yeah, that's decent. But right now, like the bad picks will start. It all comes down to this one, you know, the burying of the school, and not burying of the lab. Like, I played this so badly, guys. I'm kinda embarrassed to show you this, but I was actually really stressed out when I play the tournament. Like, if I play on the ladder, I'm very relaxed and stuff, but the tournament really stresses me out, and I think my play is hindered by it. So here, I think I should pick Foundry, just to, you know, have something better for the Haven, and, you know, it's just nice. At the same time, it's also pretty bad, but I can also throw. It's not a big change, to be honest, but like throwing here, this is really bad for me, and it doesn't stop here. And the reason why I should pick Foundry, I think, instead of throwing, is that I knew that the last hand is bad also. So I should pick the Brickyard, like I should pick the Foundry and the Brickyard to make Haven actually a very good card. And from what I've seen, Haven is a big deal. Like, just because there are two Havens, and it's a card that's usually only good for like 2 players. Because as you can see, like this guy, Haven, trash. This guy, trash. This guy, still trash. So if I pick this, like, Haven is very good for me, and I can reliably play Haven because no one else is playing Haven, so that's good. And I actually threw, which is a huge mistake, I think. Maybe not huge, but a mistake nonetheless. So as you can see, like, I analyze, I play, I kind of do good in ladder, but I still make like bad mistakes, and analyzing this is a great resource for me as well. So here, another tip for like newer players, I try to make this video for them. Obviously 8 is better than 6, but remember that you have to think about how much you're paying. So this is actually 7, but I'm actually paying someone. So if I'm racing someone and I have to pay them, this is actually 6. Like, imagine if I had to buy off Pistolero everything and I was just fighting him. And then 8 is worse than 6. Another thing to consider is what he will pick then from this hand. So for example, if I pick 6 and he has a free 8, that's a difference of 2. But if I pick 8, that's like 6, and he picks 6, that's a difference of 0, so that's actually better. Given all that here, it's easy Palace. Just Palace. This is an easy Craftsman guild, so I'm actually like saved by the good cards right now. Here I think this is kind of scary. I'm sure I picked Town Hall from this hand, but you should consider if Fortification is the way to go. Because like on the points I'm doing quite nice right now, but you'll see what happens. Like I was sure this guy is in green. Here this should be Gardens. And I'm actually saved by the Builders Guild also. Here this should be Gardens, 100%. And here I should play Arsenal. But I think I threw. Yeah. And I think this play is bad, but he got rewarded for it. Like, I still think, like, he can get 0 from this play, I believe. But in the end, because I was, like, too greedy, I paid the price. And we will see the end of this game. Yeah, and suddenly he gets, +6/+6, but he's taking a lot from us, also from Bena, and in the end, I finish third. Pistolero gets first. He wouldn't be first if it wasn't for this guy, so that's something, but I just played badly. But I would be +6, I believe. No, +5. But he also would have to build something, not just throw. And he would have to pay a lot for that, and then I would get some money as well. So, but I'm strongly believe he wouldn't be first. And this guy could have done something else with. I think he can go 5/7, which is the same stuff for me. But actually it was a good play. He gambled on me being greedy and it paid off, so cannot be really mad here. So that's something to consider. Usually you don't want to build double red in the second round, but if you get some stuff like this, obviously it's very, very good. But also in the end he didn't build it. I thought he had the triple clay one. But laboratory didn't come into play, but it still might have influenced him that he will be able to build it. So that's something to consider. So I was third after the first game, so not ideal. Let's go into the second one. Here I'm again next to Pistolero, but on the good side of Pistolero, I would say, because I'm stealing from him, I'm passing him twice instead of receiving twice. So let's see about this game. I expect B all the way, of course. B sides are generally better, unless you are super into meta. I think it's safe to say that you should always pick a B side if you're a newer player. If you are more if you are advanced, then of course you probably know better than I do what you want to play. But the two sides that I recommend trying A on is Olympia and Giza. Here, not ideal, no double resource, so I will just go Claypool. Just to have, the first stage of the Wonder, which is very important. If you do not get blocked on this, you probably have a quite good game. So here, a lot of red, but I do get, a double resource after all. What should I do here? That's, a tough analysis. Excavation gets me this for free, but Timberyard has this very important wood that lets me build this one for free because of the discount from the first Wonder. So, I wouldn't dream of thinking what should I do actually here. I think Timberyard is correct here, but, I might be wrong. But I don't remember what I picked. Probably Excavation, yes. Okay, with the Lumberyard coming, that's actually a good strategy, to go Lumberyard here. But it was, it could have not come to me, so that was risky. And you really don't want to play double wood in the third round. But actually, the risk paid off. Here I would hide Scriptorium probably, but not be happy about it. I played Theater just to, have some room. which is okay. So here, Stockade, I think, just to be in contention for red. That's really making their game pretty bad. And here I would actually play the Orvane. And in the end, the resources are perfect for me. Maybe not perfect. Ideally, I would have... close to ideal, I would say. So here I can... I can build Wonder twice. I can play a red card. I can play the green cards if I want to. And I can maybe add one gray card. So first hand... nothing great, to be honest. I can try to hide the Glassworks from Colossus to make his game pretty bad. I can also try to hide, for example, wood, because there is not much wood. Or I can play the Vineyard. A lot of choices, to be honest. I think the best one is to... I think the best one is to try to hide wood. But I probably hit Glassworks. No, I played the Vineyard, which is also good. Like, I could have hidden the double wood right now. That would be pretty crazy. But Pistolero would get Caravanserai then. That's a mistake, maybe. Here I should hide the lab, I think. That's just, how it is. I shouldn't get baited in Caravanserai. Here definitely play a red card, and it should be... That's so hard to say. But I think it should be archery range, actually, because I want to beat this guy. So it should be archery range. Yes, I played good, finally. Should I hide Skull from this hand? That's a tough ask. Did he get all the way from the first round? That's crazy. I should go statue here, I think. In the end, I try to fight green. Because I thought that he's my, one of the toughest opponents right now. Here I can press, but that's not ideal. But I don't think a good card is coming from the next hand, so maybe I should press here. I don't remember what I did, to be honest. I can Wonder Stage, of course, but... I probably need to, I need to Wonder Stage from this hand. That's why I think I should have chosen the 4-pointer. That would just make my plays better. Going into h3, I was really scared. As you can see, let's look at without looking at the hand. I do not have many points. I have barely anything. I'm not winning on fights, and this can actually push me because he has one. So he will probably play one red card, and he's Halicarnassus. So that's the worst because he can build from the discard. I do not have amazing scoring opportunities. Haven is just 5 points. But let's see what happens. And actually what happens is that I get quite good cards. So I start with Palace again. That's very good. Then I go into a good guild, Trader's Guild. And actually on last hand there will be something for me. The worst card that I can get is Academy, but I doubt it will. No, the worst card I can get is Craftsman Guild, sorry. Academy and Craftsman Guild. But that's still worth something. If you build your Wonder all the way, you are very scared about your last hand, so that's something very important to me. So Trader's Guild here. Here I get a 7-pointer, so that's also amazing. And he built the Haven even. Here I get the Philosopher's Guild, which, like, I don't know why this guy didn't build it. Like, it costs 8, but I think it was still worth it. So, you know, that's just amazing. Like, I'm getting like a 10-point card, I think, and had hand 4. So that's just, you know, crazy good. Like, I get 8, 7, 7. I think this will be 10. And this is, you know, 8 right now. So, and now I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 as well that I have to pay 2, but that's very okay. And I just risked it. I thought that maybe he'll not play red because the greens are kinda, you know, super important to him right now. And on the last hand, Gardens, which is a very, very fine card to get on the last hand if you do not have a Wonder Stage. So in the end, as you can see, I got 8, 7, 8, 9, and 8. So that's, you know, that's why I'm basically winning this game. It was quite lucky, but I was also set very well with the resources, and here is the Colossus struggle. Like, he has a lot of cards for resources, but there is like no wood, no clay, very bad grace. So, you know, he can play this one, but it's not worth a lot. I think I missed something. Oh, here. Okay, so in the end, I was first. Here, the unstoppable green was second, of course. Pistolero got ahead of the Colossus, which was struggling a lot. So in the end, after 2 games, I was first and third. So was Pistolero, but I had, you know, like the bigger margin, and they were second and fourth. So coming into this game, in the third game, because of how the tournament was laid out, basically, you know, you get points for the places you score. So getting first and fourth is like 5 points, like minus points. So you want to have the least minus points. So here I just want to be like second, I think, or third, and I'm like sure that I will pass. And I have a very good wonder. Halicarnassus is considered to be one of the best wonders, if not the best, in 4 players. And I get an interesting hand. And what I should do here is play it safe. Instead, I played stupidly, and I tried to force green. And I was sitting next to Pistolero, who also needs like a first or second place, and he can play it safe with Alexandria. But you'll see what he does. So I think I picked Workshop. What I should do from this hand is Lumberyard. And I even threw it. Just terrible idea. Here I should Orvain. Like, I should have Lumber then Orvain. That would be very fine. I don't remember what I did, but I probably Orvained. Here I could Claypool, but like not with this strategy. No, maybe still. I could still Claypool, I think. But I don't know. Maybe I is trading, which is pretty okay as well. Tavern is also to be considered. And you know, Pistolero right now hit the Apothecary, which makes my throw really bad. So now I have to, you know, kinda rebuild myself. But it will be pretty hard to do. So I think I should have press here, but I don't remember if I think I press still. No, I barracks. That's terrible. Like, I should have pressed from this hand 100%. Here then I would have Scriptorium, and then I could have still play the green game, maybe pretty okay, and better than Roho here. But here, I don't know. Did I throw Scriptorium? Probably. No, I just played this. And here, I think I paid for Guard Tower, which is crazy. Yes. So yeah. Basically, I have nothing. Like, I threw, then I build it. I have a weak... Like, my position is terrible. Maybe I got saved by the Caravanserai. But just maybe. Here I can also get the Forum, which is okay. But, you know, again, if I had like better picks, I could have, you know, could have 2 greens right now, I think. Because, yeah, I could have, like I could have 4 greens, which would be pretty respectable. And he was going green like crazy, so that's not something cool. Very hard hand, guys. Like, obviously I want to win red. So walls is to be considered. But there is also like statue. Dispenser is also not crazy bad, but I should probably not pick it. So I think it's walls, but you know, it's hard. And Pistolero actually here does something very smart. He recognizes that there is not a lot of greens, so he actually needs points, and he will go for the green one. That's a very good strategy. Here I should have hit training grounds, but that's like, you know, still like not ideal. Like my resources are bad. I don't have many points, so that's just, you know, bad. Probably workshop still. Like I need the stuff. Here this is so bad that, you know, like the bazaar is the same as, like, is worse than throwing, but I should still probably bazaar just because of the lighthouse. I should have built it probably. It's 1 less gold, but you know, it will be important to me, and now I can build it. But in the end, my resource is really bad. Still remember that I threw a card, so that's like 6 cards, and the resources are still garbage. Here I can actually take Pantheon, so that's not terrible. I guess that's one of the better cards for me. But yeah, I will struggle because of the bad resources in this round. So I should Lighthouse here, definitely. And, you know, it could have been a better Lighthouse for me. Just 1 point. Here I probably need 2 Arsenal. But, you know, the red gunk is coming. Nothing good, to be honest, here. Like, Philosophers is just, you know, terrible for me. He already has the blue one, so that's, you know, something. I should probably just, you know, hide the ship owners. But there is nothing like good in the discard, so. And he actually builds the red also. So here, again, terrible choices. I don't remember what I picked, to be honest, but it's all bad. Here I can Glassworks. No, sorry, Gardens. And he picks another red, which was really bad for me, but it's understandable if he's like trying to win against me. And here I bury, and I think I don't know if I pick a red card. Yes, there is a red card, so... But in the end, because of so many bad picks, I lose barely, but I still lose. Like, so that's terrible. In the end, I went through on the tiebreaker just because, you know, the differences here were so small that, you know, in the second round I got like a huge win, and I was still like third, first and fourth, and I think Rojo was fourth, second, and second, so that was still worse than me. Pistolero got first. In the end, you know, the greens worked out for him. There was like so many contention for all other stuff that it worked out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully, if you're a new player, you were able to follow my train of thought. This was a little longer. I just wanted to make sure I explain it maybe a little better. In the end, I went to semi-finals. You will see how I fared there, like probably in the next video. Like not next video, but you know, somewhere down the line, because I want to cover all the quarterfinals first. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Make sure to tell me what would you like to see, what was fun, what was not fun to watch this, and give me a thumbs up if you liked it. See you later. Bye.